Hello there and welcome to BNetTV.com. I'm Michelle Sklar. We're here at CTIA Wireless 2008 in Las Vegas, and I am joined by Hagros of Airwide Solutions. Now, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
I think we've actually had the opportunity to chat with you guys in the past, but for our audience members that are tuning in for the first time, give us a brief overview of your company.
The Airwide Solutions was formed like 15 years ago from SEMA Messaging Slumbers to SEMA. So we're focused on messaging centers, MMSCs and stuff like that. After the merger with Taral Networks in 2004, the company was really named Airwide Solutions, and we started to focus on multi-channel messaging delivery. And back in November 2007, we acquired First Hop from Finland, which complemented the offering with gateways, service lifecycle management, content provider management, campaigning, promotions, and mobile advertising.
Okay, so you've sort of gone from, I guess, if you will, just sort of dealing with the technical mobile messaging channels, if you will, to getting more into the mobile marketing side and working with campaigns.
Exactly. We started from delivery and messaging centers, and then moved up into managing services, creating services, and learning from the services, sort of user behavior, and using that for personalization, profiling, and promotion.
Right. Okay, so give us a real-world example, if you will, of how your services would be used.
Well, one of the sort of hottest topics at the moment is mobile advertising. We implemented the solution for Blick in the UK. That's a fully advertising-funded mobile operator. So as an end user, as a subscriber, you don't pay anything for your voice and text in exchange for receiving very personalized and inspiring and fun advertising. And that model seems to work very well. But we also work with a lot of the existing operators in just enabling their networks to do campaign management and sending very targeted promotions, which could be upselling and cross-selling their existing content services based on...
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about sort of the management of those services, if you will, and where I'm leading with this particular question is that in some of the discussions that were happening yesterday between the sort of the pre-CTIA events, if you will, was, are consumers really getting what they want, what they've asked for? And a lot of that does come down to the type of advertising that they're opting into and the companies understanding who their demographics are and really getting their heads wrapped around those metrics. And I'm assuming that when you're talking about campaign management, that those are kinds of the things that you're looking at. So maybe you can comment on that a bit.
Yeah, it's a very important question. If you ask somebody from the street that would you like to receive advertising and how many times per day, people normally say that no, I don't want to receive advertising. Mobile phone is my personal device and I want to keep it to myself. But that's the wrong way of asking. If you send something which is very personalized, based on your interests, based on your hobbies, we've found through our customers that it's actually perceived as fun and inspiring, not as sort of intrusive or spam. And in exchange, people are receiving free services, sponsored content, maybe free browsing, free MMS, or free voice. So it's a great value proposition. Plus, it's perceived as infotainment, not as advertising.
Right. And so, are you working with your clients, if you will, just to provide them with tools that they can manage, or are you giving them any of your expertise, if you will, having sort of moved through the industry through this process for the last 15 years? Expertise is going to be valuable, but not always easy to communicate, if you will.
Well, that's right. Our main expertise is helping operators to leverage on their sort of network, on the user data, on the transaction data, on the profiling data, on the billing capabilities. There's a lot of stuff operators can do for their users in bringing advertising-funded services, promotional services, that is very difficult to implement from outside the network. So that's where we're bringing our sort of competencies and experience in sharing how to best leverage and monetize the network.
Right, absolutely. And insofar as the constant debate over, data charges and that type of thing, I think that, when it comes to mobile marketing campaigns, there's things that are twofold. Don't send me something that I'm not interested in, and oh my goodness, if all of a sudden I have all this stuff downloading on my mobile device without realizing it, I'm going to have these enormous data charges.
Well, a lot of the operators are moving to flat rate charging, so you pay like, I don't know, $10 per month, and it's almost all you can eat. So that's one option to overcome that sort of concern. But on the other hand, many of the advertising funding models give you free browsing, free content, free access to the services, and you don't need to worry about the data charges when you're using those sort of advertising funded services.
Right. Do you guys have any new announcements for the show?
Yeah, we do. We're announcing actually today our latest gateway release, the AirGate 5.0. And
what does that mean?
That means it's like an automated gateway for service lifecycle management and very fast service creation, and it's also the platform for mobile advertising and ad insertion.
So lifecycle management, you're talking about how the data runs through the system?
Mainly how services are being created, provisioned, how new content providers can very quickly be sort of logged onto the network and authorized, how new services can be tested and launched in a matter of minutes and not days, so that the operator or the service provider can have thousands of services, hundreds of content provider partners very quickly.
Awesome. Excellent. Kai, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us.
very much.
We've been joined here by Kai Hagros of Airwide Solutions, and we're here at CTIA Wireless in Las Vegas. I'm Michelle Sklar with BNetTV.com.